This is Rabbi Aaron Bakst back this week with my podcast. I want to talk this week about something that's weighing pretty heavily on my mind these days. There's a lot of people out there that are experiencing fear, anger, frustration, loss. And I want those people to know they're not alone. What I mean by that is if you feel like you have nowhere to go, if you feel like no one's listening, I want you to think about me. I want you to consider reaching out to me, whether it's by my email or through my podcast or however, because there's not enough love out there right now. I'm watching on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all of the other social media outlets, and I'm watching and seeing how my colleagues and my friends are fearful for their futures simply because of who they love or where they live or where they're from or any other number of differences that they may experience or that they may exhibit. We don't live in a world that's just black and white. That would be a very boring world. We live in a world in which there's black and white and blue and gray and green and yellow and red and so many other colors and everything in between. And when we don't celebrate these differences, and when we don't celebrate the equality or the itness, the godness of not itness, the godness of all of us, the it that's inside of us being God. You know, the Bible teaches us that we were created b'tselem Elohim, in God's image. Not just some of us, all of us. And so if we don't live our lives expressing those same kinds of ideals to all of those people around us, we're missing the bigger picture. And so I reach out. I want my voice to get out in the world to all of those who feel that their differentness is not celebrated. And if they're feeling fear or angst or whatever, come to me, talk to me, bring your voice to me. Let me hear what you have to say. Let me celebrate you and your differences. And let's talk about the things that we have in common. We're all human beings. We all want our children to grow and be successful in life. We all want everybody in the world to be able to eat and be able to take care of themselves. This is so very important for all of us in the world. And yet, it's forgotten a lot today. I think of my daughter who's in college and the future that she will have. I think of my other two kids who are in elementary school and the future that they will have. I'm looking beyond the next few days, months, or even years to what life is going to be like for them when they have kids and their kids have kids and so on and so forth. I was taught at a very early age that a parent's most important job is to make sure that their children have better lives than they did as children. I believe that 100%. And unfortunately, I believe also that there are people out there that are not experiencing that, because there are people who think that you have to be a certain way or act a certain way or look a certain way in order to be able to have that. And that's not fair. Equality is so important. But B'tselem Elohim, we're all created in God's image, each and every one of us. And when we're able to open up our eyes and see that God holiness in each and every one of us out there, then, and only then, will we be able to say we've done what we could. We've done everything that we could to make the world a better place. Look, the job out there, we are not supposed to worry about completing the job, but we must not ever stop from trying to complete the job. I know that's a big, big, big assignment, but it's just the truth of life. In order for life to get better, we have to make it better. Not just for ourselves, but for our children and their children. And not just for our own children, but for everyone's children. All around the world, not just here in your city, in your communities, but in every country, in every place, in everywhere of this world. That's it for this week. I will talk to you again next week. Have an early Shabbat Shalom.